What is the best money? Right now, there are literally hundreds of companies, banks, and governments from around the world seeking to answer this question with their answers. It's time for the people to come together to answer this question. For too long, unjust money has tipped the scales towards the powerful and hurt the people. It's time for this to change. But what is the best money? The best money is impartial and reliable. It is blind to power and favoritism, race and ethnicity. It cannot be manipulated. It is honest, sound money that serves the people, whether they are rich or whether they are poor. What we need is money which serves as an impartial and reliable medium of exchange, where there are no hidden fees or money inflation. Everything is open and accounted for, so the buyer and seller have equal access to all the information in their exchange. This is the basis of an honest exchange. An honest exchange is the measure of real economic growth. This is because human productivity produces goods and services. Money measures the value of human productivity. Money is a measuring stick. Goods and services are measured and exchanged for money. The money represents human productivity. This is the function of money. When there is a one-to-one ratio between the money and the goods and services the people produce, you have an honest measure of human production. But if the money is corrupt by inflating the money supply, it mismeasures human productivity because it inflates the price of the goods and services people produce. This throws the economy into cycles of confusion. People are deceived into producing goods and services which are either over or undervalued, leads to deep debts and eventually to depression. Listen to Ray Dalio's brilliant explanation of these cycles from How the Economic Machine Works.
Productivity growth doesn't fluctuate much, so it's not a big driver of economic swings. Debt is, because it allows us to consume more than we produce when we acquire it, and it forces us to consume less than we produce when we have to pay it back.
Because productivity growth does not fluctuate much, if you measured productivity growth with the accurate measuring stick of sound money, you would have a one-to-one ratio between money and the goods and services that people produce, which would be reflected in stable, accurate pricing. If you limited money to only measuring productivity growth on the basis of this sound money, you would effectively end the boom and bust cycle caused by inflated fiat money and overextended credit. Credit is not the problem. Inflated fiat money is the problem, which lends itself to overextended credit, which is overextended debt. Sound money measuring productivity growth without money manipulation would favor steady economic growth. This would reward productivity and stimulate real growth. Throughout history, scales were used to validate the honesty of their exchanges. Gold and silver were weighed to verify their integrity. This enabled honest exchanges between buyer and seller. Validation and accountability were always necessary, because dishonest men would tip the scales in their favor and away from justice. Scripture addresses the problem of unjust money. Honest scales and balances belong to the Lord. All the weights in the bag are of His making. Dishonest scales are not good. Honest exchanges require fixed standards which must be verified. Today's blockchain technology has made the process of verifying financial transactions honest and impartial, as well as decentralized. Distributed ledger technology has solved the double spending problem. This is a major step forward for transacting an honest exchange between buyer and seller, peer-to-peer, with no middleman manipulation. This ability creates the potential for us to use some of the best money ever known to humanity. Computers dealing with numbers and not faces are impartial. Here's the missing piece. For money to be money, it must be a medium of exchange because it serves as a unit of measure and store of value. Money does this because in the act of exchanging money for goods and services, you are also using money as a unit of measure. What you are measuring is value. Price is the result of a value measured in money. money must be able to account for the expression of value if it is going to be used as a medium of exchange. This is where many cryptos fall short when it comes to being used as a medium of exchange. Many are simply too volatile. Volatility makes agreeing upon a price for the exchange difficult. However, using money that is both impartial and reliable is what sellers and entrepreneurs need and buyers want to make equitable exchanges. Bitcoin and the dramatic rise of various cryptocurrencies have proven the effectiveness of the underlying technology. For cryptocurrency to be used as a medium of exchange, this amazing technology must also be used with money that is reliable. Reliable money must be dependable to remain relatively constant in relation to the goods and services it is representing and measuring. The money itself must be relatively stable so that it can be used to measure the price of other goods and services. Historically, this has been gold. The entire fiat system has a derived value from gold. The problem with this system? There was nothing keeping the paper dollar that stood to represent the value of the gold from being inflated. However, today's blockchain technology has fixed this problem. This truly is revolutionary for the cause of honest, sound money. Today's quest for cryptocurrency is that it can actually serve as a unit of exchange as sound money. It is important for us to clearly identify the goal of cryptocurrency as sound money so that we can identify these objectives and move towards them. Today, some of the best money in the history of the world is being created based upon the most secure and advanced technology. It is up to us to secure the best money. What is the best money? Simply put, the best money is the sound money that people choose as a medium of exchange. We at the Sound Money Network are seeking to connect producers and consumers in the use of sound money that is impartial and reliable to facilitate an honest exchange. For more information, go to soundmoneynetwork.com and subscribe to our channel. And remember, sound money is the best money for the people.